The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring all. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Happy Monday to everybody, man. We're up, we're at it, we're doing our thing, man. Yo, it's Monday. It's time to rise and grind, man. It's been a weekend, man. I've been doing all kinds of housing renovations lately, man. So the weekend was tied up with all that. So I didn't even really get a chance to really dive into a lot of stuff over the weekend, but I kept up to date as much as I could. But yo, what's up with the United States deciding they wanted to drop bombs on Yemen, man, last night? Come on, man. We don't need no more of this war, man. But yo, I guess they decided to do some targeting strikes over there last night. Well, we'll see how that affects the market when we wake up, when the stock market goes live today. I don't think it'll have that big of an impact because it's just a couple targeted attacks. So, you know, I don't think we're gonna have that big of an impact on the market, but you know, something to keep an eye on if this thing escalates. It could get nasty, could get to where it is, man. But we'll figure that out as we go throughout the week. But yeah, so that happened last night. But yo, how's everybody doing this Monday morning? Let's go. Let's get up. Let's get after it. Good morning, Heat. What's going on, brother? Selmo, good morning. Good morning, my brother. The Junior, what's up? Good morning, man. Good morning. The Legend is in the building. That's Junior. Junior's project, The Legend. He's up. He's at it. I know he's pushing the hell out of that thing, man. So, we're definitely going to get into the markets and see what the hell is going on today. Man, yeah, it's crazy, man. Every day you wake up, there's something new. There's something crazy. You know, got some good news going on, and you know, in the market. I mean, the Asian market looks good. Looks like they traded well last night, which was a change. For the past 2 weeks, they've been pretty down. The EU market, they woke up this morning, man. They're trading pretty good. You know, they're up, they're at it, they're spending that money over there. United States markets, this is where it starts to go to the downhill, right? We're looking at the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow all coming in red. Not looking too hot this morning, but we'll see what happens as this morning starts to move on. Monday mornings are usually red anyways, coming off the weekend. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what's up. But yo, the stock market got beat up last week. It's worst week since 2023, as you guys can see there. You know, you got Trump's secretary coming out saying they're trying to divert the worst financial crisis, and you know, could be the worst financial crisis in history, you know, or a recession, you know, depending on who you believe and who you talk to. I'm not worried about all that, man. Moon day. Let's go, Heat. Let's hope. Let's get to this moon. I got some good news about when it comes to crypto, though. You know, I think we're starting to see a little bit of reversal, and I'll get into that. Why I think this market's starting to reverse a little bit for crypto and what the numbers are saying. Got Nvidia sitting at 121. Yo, if y'all bought the dip when it was down to 110, 109, you're sitting pretty right now. If you bought that dip. I just been buying over here on the stock market. I just literally have been buying the whole Dow, the whole S&P 500, and the whole Nasdaq. I've been buying them in the ETF funds, man. Just buying the whole shop, man. We're trying to pick stocks. We're trying to pick stocks and just go ahead and buy the whole thing. They got beat up so far. They got beat up so bad that it just made sense to go in and add the whole joint to the portfolio. Hold on to it for the long haul. And as we start to climb out of this worst downturn since 2023, go ahead and make some profits on the way back up. Stock market will go back up. So just going ahead and bought the whole ETF for the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens over there. But Nvidia is definitely digging out of where it was. Tesla got beat the hell up, man, last week. So if you're in the Tesla, man, what a time to buy, right? When it's down that far, got beat up. Tesla's going to come back, man. Everybody just, got their feelings about Elon Musk. Everybody's all in their feelings. They're trading off of feelings instead of trading off of emotion. They're trading off emotions and feelings instead of trading off common sense. So, let them do their thing. Let them do their thing over there. So, it is what it is. We'll see how these pre-markets go as the morning goes on. Big FOMC meeting today too. Not today, but this week. Look like we're gonna get some of that. So we'll see where the market goes. Got these Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Man, I can't wait to see the XRP ETF sitting up here at some point. I think that one's coming sooner rather than later. Can't wait to when we get to the ETFs to see that. I don't really think it's going to make the price go crazy, but a little bit more of these ETFs up here, so that we're just not looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Be kind of nice. But you got Bitcoin negative 59 mil over the 24-hour pre-market trading, really, and you got the Ethereum at negative 47 mil. So a little bit of a leak out over the pre-market trades. So not too bad. But we'll see. We'll see if it can recover. When we got where was it at? We got the altcoin season. This is where it starts to get real interesting, guys. So we were sitting maybe between 10 and 12 for altcoin season last week. We ticked up to 21 out of 100, which means your altcoins are starting to get a little bit more volume, right? A little bit more volume. Come down here to the top 100. Who's getting the most volume? You got Berachain right here. This is that new chain that came out. They definitely got some good volume. BNX doing well. Dexy doing pretty good. Like Dexy. I like Dexy. IP is another new one that dropped. It's got some good volume going in it. This one's a couple months old. That IP Trump token looks like it's ticking up a little bit, doing some volume over there. OM, we talk about OM a lot. It's got a lot of volume going on in it. So volume starting to come, right? Volume starting to come. Yeah, we up in here this morning. GT doing pretty well. GT doing pretty well as well. Let's see, coming down through here. PAX G seems to have a lot of volume coming in it right now. It's up 13% in volume. So not bad for some of these altcoins. But the key here is really altcoin season. We're ticking up to 21. And that's a big deal because we were in the teens last week. So the bigger this number goes, the more and more you're going to see your altcoins run. So you got to go to the big overall picture in order to really know where the market is. Don't be so focused on just one particular crypto or one particular sector. You got to see where the market's going. But here you got Bitcoin dominant, still sitting at 60.6%, still way too high. Way too high for altcoin season really to rock and roll. One of the questions that nobody can answer, and anybody says they can answer it is a liar, is where will Bitcoin dominance go during this altcoin season, right? With the ETFs and big money and everybody in Bitcoin, we're used to this thing dropping pretty substantially while the altcoins are running. So, but with all the money flowing into Bitcoin, the key is where's the dominance gonna fall off? Where how far is it gonna fall off while altcoin season is gonna run? You got Ethereum dominance starting to bleed out even more, 8.5%. That's not good for Ethereum. But we'll see where Ethereum goes. Like I said, Ethereum's in this unique situation where, they kind of put themselves in a situation where we'll see what they can do in this bull run. It's not looking good for them right now, though. It's definitely not looking like Ethereum's gonna really make a huge run. This bull run. It just keeps losing its dominance. And it's lagging way behind the market when it comes to price action as well. So we'll see if they can make a big, huge rally here and see if it can come back up. See if it can make a big rally. Needs to make a rally. A lot of people got a lot of money stuck in Ethereum, and we'll see kind of where it goes. Fear and greed. I mean, we look at this. It's in at 22. Starting to tick up. This thing was in the teens last week as well. So everything's starting to tick up a little bit when it comes to crypto. You start right here though. Right here's the big move. Right here's the big move where you're looking at altcoin season really starting to come in a little bit. Let's look at what's going on chain and who's rocking it out on chain and who's slumping. Look at you got BSC doing the most volume right now on chain, and they're really rocking it out. $1.6 billion in 24-hour trading volume. Solana sitting at number 2 in the 24-hour trading volume, sitting at 1.07 bill. So Solana starting to move a little bit, and you got Ethereum sitting at number 3, just doing over $1.0112 billion. Sounds like a lot of money. That's not a lot for Ethereum. Ethereum's usually up 2.5, somewhere up in there. Then you got Base Chain coming in at number 4, doing around 385, doing about 385 million. Man, that's a low volume. Arbitrum, told you guys to keep watching out for Arbitrum. I think Arbitrum's gonna make a strong move here. You see Arbitrum really starting to get listed on all of the tier 1 exchanges that it wasn't listed on before. I see they got a Gemini listing over the weekend, which is a tier 1, and Gemini was at the Crypto Summit too. And don't forget that they're a United States company. They were at the Crypto Summit, but Arbitrum got a listing there this weekend. Got a listing on Robinhood last week. Well, yeah, I think it was last week, maybe a week and a half. I can't remember, but they're doing pretty well. Canto, watch out for this one. This one's kind of been moving up the charts pretty substantially, sitting at number 6. I don't know much about this blockchain. Don't know much about what's on it, but it definitely has been making a very strong move up the charts. You can see the volume is up plus 696%. So, no, I'm sorry, 6,986%. So it definitely is making a strong move up the charts. And like I said, I don't know that much about this blockchain. And then you got Sway sitting down there at number 7. Sway's got to have its volume come up. They got to tick up the volume if they want to be a big player in this bull run. I own a lot of Sway, so I kind of hope it ticks its way up the blockchain because, I own it. So, but here's where it's at, guys. Altcoin season, you guys see it, right? We got this descendant channel that the total 3, all of your altcoins have been in for such of a long time. It's been just straight downward pressure. You see, we're testing this channel though. We've tested it, and we keep getting beat down. We tested it again this morning. Over this 24-hour period right here, we tested it, and it looks like we're almost ready to start making a breakout if everything goes well. And if we can make a breakout, and we can get this thing. You're up to 802 billion right now. 1.01 trillion is the goal. That's usually when you can really see your altcoins really moving. If you come out down here to the stochastic AS RSI, you look at it and you see it's clearly on an uptrend. It's clearly on the uptrend. And these two lines, when they cross, usually is a change in momentum, and they keep seeming to get further and further apart, and this thing continues to move up. So hopefully today we can keep this momentum moving. It's in that 802 right now. If we can keep that momentum moving, you're going to see these altcoins really start to rock and roll. And this is what we want, right? We want to start working our way out of Bitcoin season and really start to get to altcoin season so we can see these altcoins run. But this is hope, guys. This is kind of what everybody's kind of been waiting for, is this altcoin season slowly start to move to the upside and really start to show some signs of life. Like I said, we've been in this downward channel for a long time. This is the daily chart. So every single one of these candles is a day. So when you start looking at it, I mean, we're talking a lot of days here, right? So when if we can start to break out of this thing and start to move to the upside, I mean, you're going to see everything run. You're going to see everything kind of rock and roll and run. And I think we're on our way. Like this thing was 712, 725 last week, $1 billion. But when you start to get up into that 800 billion, it means we're starting to break out of this channel a little bit. And that's a beautiful, beautiful sign for all of the altcoins. We're definitely going to try to make a run here. I think this week we're definitely going to try to make a run. As long as we don't get any bad news, it looks like everything is lining up. Everything is lining up for a little bit of a run, and that's all we want. That's all we want. That's all we want, baby. That's all we want. We want to run. So we talk about this a lot. BNB is the number one 24-hour trading volume right now on chain. Well, look at where Cake's at. Cake's up 42.1%. This is why it's so important to like pull yourself back and look at the whole market, because when we talk about this, I tell you guys all the time, if BSC's running, right? If BSC's running, obviously that means the Bitcoin's running. I mean that BNB's running. But what also is going to run is Cake. Why? Because everybody's trading on PancakeSwap on BNB. So Cake's going to see a lot of volume. It's going to start to run to the upside as long as BNB's running, and Cake's going to run as well. So you kind of hedge your bets. Do you go into something that's $600, or do you go into something more like Cake on the run up? That's $2.62. What do you do? What do you do there? And where your gains are. You get gains on both sides, but what do you put your money? Where do you put your money to make the most money, right? And Cake is up 42.1% on the day. And you come down here and look at BNB, as much as it's running on the day, it's up 6.5%. You see the difference, right? You see kind of where that difference is. It's because PancakeSwap seeing a lot of the trading volume. You gotta know where people are trading, right? It's no different when the Solana's running. You're going to see Radium and Jupiter running at the same time, because that's where everybody's trading. So you gotta figure that out, right? Where you're headed. But definitely do like what's the Cake's all-time high? Ooh, let's go ahead and have a look. I can't even remember. So we're gonna have a look. We're gonna figure that out though. PancakeSwap. Let's take a look. Take a look at his ATH, baby. Let's go right to the all chart. Come right here. Come over here to the all chart. There, lost it. $35, right around 35, 36 bucks, somewhere up in there. And that happened in 2002. That happened in 2002. 2021, I'm sorry. 2020, 2021, somewhere up in there. But yeah, looks like it's right around 30, 30, 30, 37. Let's call it 3701. 3701. So a lot of room to run, Heat. A lot of room to run. Depending on how the BSC chain does in the bull run, right? Does it get the volume? Does it get that volume? Uh, all time high. All time high was 44.10. I'm sorry, 44.18. It looks like in April 30th, 2021. It looked like it was 44.10. So they definitely got a long way to go. They can run. They can go. So never had much of the cake, but yeah, I mean it's a matter of like where you're gonna put your money though. Like are you putting it in BNB or are you putting it in what everybody's trading on the chain, right? I mean, there's a lot of room to run. You know what I mean? But it all depends on how BSC does, right? The more volume that BSC sees, the further cake's gonna run, and you can see like it's way off of its all-time high, trading volume as well. But all of these chains are down, right? But it's same as Solana, right? When you see Solana run, you're going to see Radium run and you're going to see Jupiter run. Why? Because that's where people are trading. Same with, you look at Ethereum or what's going to run when Ethereum runs, it's going to be the Uniswap token. Why? Because people are using it. Base obviously is going to run the Uniswap token as well, Arbitrum as well. I mean, so it's all about where people are rolling their money, right? You get down here to Avalanche, you may see Trader Joe start to run, things like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's about the volume on the chain, right? So that's why volume is so important. But you look at this total 3, though, we're starting to bust out, man. We're really starting to bust out here. 803, 803. So we're starting to sell down a little bit here on this total 3 altcoin. People kind of taking profit, but you can still see that these lines right here are nowhere near crossing. But if you could, it's momentum, right? So, but like, look at right here. You see them cross, boom, you have momentum down. You have momentum down. It's going to continue to go down. Then they turn around and they cross right up in here. Then you have they cross right here. You got this big, huge momentum up. They cross right up in here. You have this big, huge momentum down. It did a cross here. You had this big, huge momentum up. So this is kind of where we are, and it looks like the momentum up is still in full effect. So this takes into account a lot of what's going on. Ken, good morning, good early afternoon to you, my brother. How are you? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you sit back, wait. I'd wait for the dip though, Heat. Like I'd wait for it to dip. I wouldn't buy that. Like this is way up here, right? Like this cake is up 40.9%, right? I'd wait for that pullback, right? I wouldn't buy into that. You know what I mean? Because if the volume on chain goes down real quick today, I mean, you could be looking at a 40% loss, right? I'd wait for that dip to come in. The dip's coming. That you run up 40 something percent, it's going to come back down. So what the Fox? Good morning, good night to you. Yes, right. It's nighttime to you. What's going on, my brother? Why so late for the show? I wasn't late. I was on time. I was on time, man. 7 o'clock. You gotta remember we're daylight savings time, right? So like we're daylight savings time. So we it was a week ago, a week or so ago, we lost an hour. So you know that that's what it is, man. We lost an hour, but yeah, you look at it though. Pancake Swap and BNB are really starting to run. Look at XRP had a nice weekend too, sitting at $2.33. Some news came out with XRP. I mean, you look at it, and the SEC labeled it as a national currency, which is good. And also, some news came out in regards to ADA as well. And I don't have the article up, but ADA was actually labeled as a learning. It was classified as an institutional learning blockchain, and it was also classified as government use, right? So what that means is they look at ADA as a possible project to be used within the government, which is huge. That's huge, right? Cardano, I mean, it's been one of these cryptos that are a sleeping giant, like nobody's really talked about, but it just continually has moved up the charts ever since the election of Trump, right? And now they're looking at the SEC website, labeled this as a possible government currency, not as a possible, but as a blockchain that could be used within the government. And you start to look at the inefficiencies that are being found in the government right now in the United States, and how blockchain could really change all that inefficiencies, and not knowing where things are going and not knowing what payments are what. You look at, does that insert Cardano into that, right? Maybe XRP definitely was labeled as on the SEC's website as a currency that could be used for cross-border payments as well. So all of this news is all starting to line up to be pretty damn efficient. You got 5 minutes listening off the bed. Yo, if you guys haven't checked out What the Foxes project over there on the Base Chain, go check it out, man. Definitely doing some big things. Has a meme verse coming out, a metaverse. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty nasty, pretty good. And if you have any of the old MMAI NFTs that I have, that I got rugged on, you'd be able to go ahead and use the metaverse. So not too bad, man. So definitely doing some stuff. Definitely at a nice entry point too. It's pretty, it's down. So good entry point. So the metaverse comes out, we can pull that off, get some adoption. You just never know where it's gonna go. UK's clocks. UK's clocks don't change. Yeah, I remember Ken. When our clocks changed, you came on. You were like, "What the heck? What the heck's going on around here, man? The heck's going on around here, man?" But yeah, check out What the Foxes project, man. It's doing. I think it might do something. It might run. You know what I mean? It's pretty low market cap too. So if it runs, there's a chance there. There's a chance. You got for free goodies, yeah, like I said, check out the project, man. It's doing their thing, man. So let's see what else we got going on today. Ken, what else we got going on today, dog? Yeah, like I said, XRP made a good move, man. It really made a good move this weekend, holding on, right? And in this market right now, this is what you can expect. This is what you want until you see that big total 3 really start to make a move to the upside. You want to see these projects that can hold, right? And XRP is definitely held up pretty well. Bitcoin sitting at 83.5, couldn't hold on to that 84,000 mark, but we are where we are, right? A lot of money flowing through there. But I'm clocking. I'm checking out. All right, Junior. All right, brother. Franco, what's up, dog? What's up? What's up? What's up? Legend. Yeah, I was telling everybody, check out Junior's project, The Legend. Check it out, man. Over there on Solana. Launched on Solana, doing his thing. Always in the chat. Always in the chat. So go check it out. Franco, man, how are you, man? Franco, I just want to know how you are, brother. How are you, brother? How are you, man? Oh, good, brother. Good, man. Good. Franco's that dude, man. If y'all don't know it, man, Franco's that guy. That's my guy, man. One of the hardest working people in crypto, right there. One of the hardest working people in crypto. I'm telling you. But like I said, you see BNB with this big push up based on this blockchain data over here, and Cake really doing this thing. BNB, I'm telling you, BNB is not going to lay down this bull run. They're not going to lay down. They're not going to lay down and just let Solana just come in here and take all this value. They're going to pump that chain, right? That chain is going to pump. Grinding, man. Franco, you're always grinding. I don't think you ever sleep. But yeah, I don't think you ever sleep, Franco. But I don't think that BNB, it's not going to sit back and just let everybody take their volume, as you guys can see. So they're going to make a run. You look at Pi. Pi took a step back and starting to come back, but it took a little step back. But you got to kind of expect that. I mean, this thing came out of the blocks hot, man. And when it came out of the blocks, man, it ran up to number 11, and it ran up to number 11 quick. And it's been holding on to that number 11 spot, given the market's volatility up and down. But it's been hanging on to that number 11 spot, which you would have thought that it would have had a bigger pullback a little bit, since it came out of the block so hot. But hey, man, big props, man. This thing's been holding pretty damn strong. Oh man, don't we all, Franco? Don't we all, man? But yeah, I mean, so this thing's been holding up pretty good. But I'm just saying to you guys now, like there's a lot of positivity going on in crypto right now. I mean, you look at this total 3, it's definitely starting to come up. You look at it's 802, down about 1 billion right now, but one of the key metrics is all about this altcoin season, right? It's at that 21 out of 100, right? Got to get these altcoins running, got to get these altcoins moving. But the positive part is this thing was in the teens when we were streaming last week. So, and then you come over here and you look at this total 3, and you look at this, it's definitely on a momentum upswing. And that's going to look really, really good for all of your altcoins. That's going to look really, really nice if we can keep this momentum moving to the upside. We'll get into some of these other cryptos. You look at Pepe too. Pepe's just been in an absolute falling channel. But if you look at it over the past couple of days, it's kind of just trading sideways over the past couple of days, right? But you look at it like this is a daily chart. This thing has just been in this falling channel. But when you look at it, a lot of people would look at this RSI and say, oh boy, this thing's oversold. It probably is oversold a little bit. You can start to see these 2 lines cross here. You're probably going to see a little bit of downward pressure in Pepe for a little bit. But it's at 5071. But if we can break out of this channel, 401 is probably where we're going to go. I don't see a huge swing to the downside for Pepe right here at 507, maybe down to 5065, somewhere up in there. But because you have to allow people to take the profits, you got to remember Pepe was really, really beat down over here. It was really, really beat down for a little while over up in here. So definitely people will be taking some profits here if they got in early. I mean, if they got in at that 5.5 level, at that 5.055 level, and they had their longs in there, they're going to be definitely taking some profit here. So expect that. You see the lines crossing. Probably looks like some momentum down, but I don't expect that to last long. I really do expect Pepe to go ahead and let them people sell off and go ahead and instantly come back in for a rebound. Instantly come back in for a rebound. Uh, uh, okay, you're farming the airdrops. All right, Franco. But yeah, I think Pepe is going to do setting himself up to do pretty well. Setting himself up to do pretty well here. But expect a little bit of downward pressure in Pepe today. But yeah, market's looking really good. Let's come back over here. Let's talk about this. This is what kind of spooking the markets a little bit, especially with Bitcoin. You had somebody come in here and drop a short on Bitcoin at like 300 something $1,000, right? They put this 40x leverage on this trade right here. Really spooked the markets because people are like, yo, and people are trying to figure out who the hell this is, right? This whale hunter, right? But you're looking at about a 300 something $1,000 leverage trade sitting on Bitcoin right now. Kind of spooked the markets yesterday. Everybody was kind of talking about it. Because it's a pretty big trade, right? This is a pretty big trade, and who knows what, right? That's what everybody's trying to figure out is who knows what, and is Bitcoin going down that far to put 40x leverage on that? I don't really necessarily worry about that too much. I know a lot of people are really really worried about it, but I'm really not. This could just be somebody coming in and just really not understanding crypto, or somebody coming in and really understanding crypto and see something that we don't see, right? That see something that we don't see and come in and put this 40x leverage. Probably gonna get liquidated though. I think the big boys will probably come in here and liquidate this trade. So could be why you see Bitcoin kind of hovering at that 83 level. Could drop down. The big boys like BlackRock and everybody else could come down, liquidate that trade and make a move to the upside. But with that trade sitting on the books at that amount of money, it's gonna that spooked a lot of people. That really did. uh, that's broke. Can't let free buddy go. No, man. People farm the hell out of airdrops. Like I'm not something that I do, but I know people make a ton of money farming them airdrops. But yeah, so watch out for that BTC trade right now. It's huge. It's a huge trade. Bitcoin slumps a little bit. Like I said, a pullback out of that $45,000 mark. ADA, Sol, XRP. It's people just buying a dip, man. And this is basically what this article was talking about. It's just people buying the dip. People's buying it up, man. As much as the pullback happens, people are just going in and buying up the dip in these projects. ADA, Sol, XRP. They're buying the hell out of the dip, man, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing for them projects. But understand, we got to get a pump up in the altcoin market because people aren't just going to keep coming in and buying dips. That money runs out after a while, right? That money runs out, and you get less and less people in the market, right? So when we look at over here, some of these projects that we look at quite often, some of these meme coin projects. You look at Popcat up 10.3%. Yo, Popcat, with its listing on Robinhood, really took off last week. Really took off. With it's just kind of hanging. Wiff's in trouble right now, and we'll see kind of where it goes. Um, I did buy a little bit of Wiff on the downturn, just for a double up. I'm looking to double that and get up out of there. I don't know if I trust that project to go back to old all time highs, but I do think it can double from where it's at. I think it was like 47 cents or something like that. You look at it at 48 cents, 47, 48. You look at it getting back up to somewhere around $1. That's a good entry. That's a good double up. That's a good exit, right? I don't see that I don't see Wiff really making a big huge comeback. I could be wrong, but I don't see it making a big huge comeback. I think that the Trump token and Bonk are going to take up the majority of the liquidity on the Solana chain. And Wiff just kind of was a casualty of the Trump token, right? It was kind of a casualty of that Trump token and the liquidity that was over there. Again, you got Bonk sitting up here at 4% up right now. Bonk got beat up, man. Bonk's been beat up for a while. It's down 55% on the year. Bonk's been beat up, but I do think that it will suck up some of this liquidity on the Solana chain. I do think that it's going to come back in and suck up some of this liquidity. With the whales and miners. Yeah, I mean the whales and miners are cashing out on BTC. I mean, especially the miners, because they got to make money, right? Like the miners mine Bitcoin, to make money, so they got to sell, right? And that's one of the biggest downsides to big huge miners is in order for them to pay for their operations, they have to sell BTC. So yeah, there's going to be some selling up here around the top because they got to pay for their operations. Now the whales are starting to move. The whales are starting to move a little bit of that Bitcoin, but this is why you come over here. You can see the altcoins starting to run a little bit. Why? Because some of the dominance in that Bitcoin is coming down. You need people to start selling Bitcoin. You need some of these guys to start rotating out of Bitcoin and start rotating into some of these altcoins in order for these altcoins to run. So the dominance is slowly starting to tick down, ever so slowly. But like I said at the beginning, I don't know how we're in one of these cycles where nobody can call it, right? Because how much does the Bitcoin dominance fall in order for altcoins to run, given the fact that you have the ETFs, the strategic reserve, all of that news around Bitcoin? How much does it fall, right? We used to be able to call it, right? We used to be able to say, give me a 20% fall. That starts the altcoin parabolic rally, and we're ready to take off. I don't think you're going to get that big of a fall off this bull run. I think that you're looking less of a Bitcoin fall off before altcoin rally starts, just because of the factors that are in there. So yeah, I mean, but we do need some whales to sell off on that Bitcoin and start to rotate that money to altcoins, so we can really get this altcoin season running. So we can really get that altcoin season running. So the Bitcoin whales selling off, as long as they're rotating that money back into altcoins, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I think that's bullish. Yeah, I don't think with. I think with like I'm in it for a double up right now. Like I said, I got in at what I thought there was a bottom. I looked at double and get out of it. But I just don't think that there's enough liquidity on Solana, the Solana chain, to support the Trump token, the Bonk token, WIF, and a lot of the other big tokens on there. I think you know, with the amount of trading volume that's on Solana, you can support two meme coins that are like huge, right? That are big, and you got them, Bonk and the Trump token. Nobody's gonna take the amount of liquidity out of them two tokens that it's going to take in order to really make theirs run, in my opinion. So I think WIF and a lot of the other top Solana meme coins are going to be casualties of that. Ooh, I wish. Yeah, yeah, come on, Franco. Francis, good morning, my brother. Good morning, Francis. What's going on, dog? What is up? What is up, Francis? So I think that we're in a really good spot when it comes to crypto. I mean, you're starting to see the altcoin season start to tick up. You're starting to see the Bitcoin dominance come down a little bit. You're starting to see the fear and greed index come up a little bit. You're starting to see the total 3 market cap start to come up a little bit on these altcoins. You're starting to see a little bit of a run start to happen with these altcoins, and this is what you want. Like, this is what you gotta see in order for crypto to take that next move back to the upside. We gotta see this, and we gotta break out of this channel right here. We gotta come out of here, and we gotta get this total 3 back up to 1.01 trillion. But you got things like this that are spooking the market, right? You got people coming in and putting 300K short leverage on Bitcoin at 40x. That spooked the hell out of the market last night when that happened. So we'll see. But I do think that the big boys will come in and liquidate this position. That's if it's not an insider position. That's if it's not an insider position. It very well may be an insider position. Scottish, good morning. What's going on, brother? And if it's an insider position, they'll let this thing play out. They'll let that cash out happen, and then they'll make the move to the upside. Well, make no doubt, this very well could be an insider position. Somebody with news, right? Somebody with news, and they're going ahead and front running the news. But yeah, here's the big one too. I mean, you got Bitcoin slumps, but everybody else is buying the dip on Solana, XRP and everything else. And you got XRP that was kind of labeled as an official, payment solution for the government on the SEC website. And then you had ADA that was officially listed as a learning blockchain, which could have governmental use on that same SEC website, same SEC article. So, this is a big deal. This is a big deal for ADA and a big deal for XRP. When you come over and you look at the ADA, I'm telling you, ADA is a sleeping giant in this game. A lot of people are sleeping on Cardano, but Cardano is a sleeping giant here. If we believe that the government's going to use Cardano in any way, shape, or form or fashion, it is definitely a sleeping giant where it sits right now. And I do believe that they will. Call Cardano what you want. I'm not a big proponent of slow movers. I'm not a big proponent of slow builders, right? You guys hear me dog Ethereum all the time. I think Ethereum put themselves in the position that they're in, right? You hear me dog them about not upgrading their blockchain this whole bull run. Cardano's slow. They're slow to roll out their upgrades. They're slow to implement things. It's a very much of a test and test some more type of blockchain. But I do think that put Cardano in the position that it is now, because when they do roll out things, it works. They work. They just work. I think that gives governments more confidence in what they have going on, what Cardano has going on. So, I think that they position themselves pretty damn well, to move forward, to move to move forward with their government stuff. H bar, man, H bar sitting at 19 cents right now. A little bit of surpriser. So this one shocked me a little bit. You know, I'm buying the hell out of H bar. I expected a little bit of a bigger push up from H bar when the market started to kind of reverse itself a little bit. I expected a little bit more of a push up, but it actually started to pull back down a little bit, which I'm okay with. We'll see where it goes. It started to pull back down. It was up to 20 something cents, pulled back down to that 19 cents, but I'm good with it. I think I think H bar has a huge monster run in its future here. Just the way that it's being talked about, the way that it's being used, the way that it's potentially going to be used in this whole ISO rollout. I think H bar is going to be monsters. Stellar as well. Stellar pulled back a little bit, it's hovering around this 25 to 30 cent range. Seems to be locked in there, having a hard time breaking out of that 30 cent range. But Stellar is again trading sideways with the rest of the market, but it's starting to have that little bit of a breakout. AVAX took a big step back, man, but it's starting to really pull itself out as well. So everything in the market itself is looking really, really solid for a move to the upside. But what scares me a little bit is the United States started to drop some bombs on Yemen. Strategically started to drop some bombs over there, and started to take some things out. And I hope that just doesn't escalate. I hope that they go over there, they do what they got to do, and then they turn around and get the hell out. Because what we don't need right now, as we're starting to see all of this positive momentum to the upside, what we don't need right now is another war, of any sort, of anywhere in the world. We don't need another war, because that'll absolutely tank these markets. And but you see it. I told you, don't buy into that cake. Don't buy into it when it's up 35-40%. You can start to see it falling a little bit. You want this thing to fall down before you buy back into. Never buy into that shit. Them candles are way too big, to be buying into something like that. You will get wrecked. If you're chasing them type of candles, you're gonna get wrecked. What else do we got going on? What's up, Scottish? What else do we got going on, brother? Today, what's the hour look like? We haven't even looked at the hour yet. I think it's red. I think it's coming in a little red today. No, not bad. Coming in a little green. A little green. Where's Jasmine? 142. 142. Not too bad. Jasmine way down. Jasmine and definitely in a falling knife. I mean, not a falling knife, but it's definitely in a downward trend. See if it's got to break out of that trend here pretty soon. I haven't sold any of my Jasmine. Call me a dummy. Call me a fool. Call me a fool. Probably should have took some profits off the table there a long time ago, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. ASI, the AI project, it's doing 52 cents. Not too bad. You could double that. That's going to go way past $1. You'll be able to double that. The Hex ecosystem's hanging in there too. You got PulseX sitting here, not doing too bad. Now, so everybody wants to know why I say PulseX is the one to own. It's no different than Cake, right? You have Pulse, which is the blockchain token, right? You have PulseX, which is the swap token, right? That's like Uniswap, right? That's like Uniswap. PulseX is like, think about it like Uniswap, or think about it like Cake. But the key to PulseX for me, why I think PulseX is the one to own, I think you should own them both, Pulse and PulseX. But I picked PulseX for the bigger push up just because every time there's a swap done on the Pulse chain using a Pulse token, you're burning PulseX, right? So that's the deflationary piece to the HEX ecosystem, right? So I think one is the swapping mechanism. So every time if the HEX ecosystem takes off, people are going to have to use PulseX in order to make their swaps and things like that. But you're also, as that ecosystem starts to take off, you're going to be burning more PulseX, and so you kind of get a double benefit there, which is why I believe PulseX is kind of the one. But I think you should own them both. I don't think that Hex is the play in the Hex. It's weird to say that Hex is not the play in the Hex ecosystem. I just don't think that Hex is that play. I think that with the pulse chain out, you want to kind of be in the chain. If you're going to be in it, you want to be in the chain and not necessarily so much in the Hex token. Even though everybody will be like, oh, we're going to buy Hex, but I just I think that Pulse and PulseX are the move there. That's I think that when all of this is done with Richard Heart and the case is done and the case is over and it gets swept under the rug, that's when you're going to see a bunch of him deploy probably billions into Pulse and the Pulse chain, and he has it sitting on a sideline, just sitting there. It goes down. Need one BTC. I was buying BTC the whole bear market, Franco. Like literally, any profits I made from anywhere else, I was just dumping in BTC. So my cost average on BTC is pretty low, but that doesn't mean that I'm still not buying BTC, right? Right now, I put a new price target in for my buys on BTC, and right now, my price target is I'll buy BTC when BTC gets to 79K, right? I'll buy it when it gets to 79K. I'll start buying again. Even though my cost average is so low on BTC because I was buying the whole bear market, I think my Bitcoin that I own, that's long term for me, right? I'm not. That's like a retirement fund. You know what I mean? I'm putting it away as like a retirement fund. So as this thing starts to move up, you have to get new buy levels, right? So anything around 79 is where I'm kind of buying. Other than that, I'm just kind of sitting on it and letting it do what it does, man. And but I am burying a lot of my profits in Bitcoin. I was splitting them between Bitcoin and Ethereum. No longer splitting them between Bitcoin and Ethereum. A lot of my profits are going straight into Bitcoin, bypassing Ethereum. Just don't think that. Just we'll wait and see what Ethereum does. And I'm buying a lot of XRP. Anytime XRP is dipping, I'm buying that. I know, Franco. I know. You love the low market caps. I do. I play, but Franco, the low, like I tell people, like my low market caps, the percent of my portfolio that's in low market caps, like 3%. Right? It's less now. It's actually less now. It's probably closer to 1.5 to 2% of my portfolios in low market caps, just because of the market conditions right now. But I won't go over 3% of my whole portfolio being in low market caps. The majority of my portfolio is sitting in the top 100, and then I gamble with the low market caps with a lower percent. So there's money to be made there, so I'm going to make the money. I just not going to gamble a large portion of my portfolio on that, just because it's risky, right? So you got to mitigate your risk. So when we look, we talked about Jasmine being at 1.4, down a little bit. The XRP news. There's Pancake sitting at 81 right now. Watch Pancake as as BNB starts to continue to kick up this volume over here. BNB starts to continually kick up this volume. You're gonna start. You'll see Pancake run. Solana number 2 though, but Solana's volume is down, man. 1.07 billion, 24 hours. Usually they're 2 billion plus, man. Solana's volume is down. Not as bad as Ethereum's, but it's down. Base just get killed. 385 mil. I mean, they're usually 800 mil. They're getting killed, man. Big Watch dude, what's up, dog? What's up? So yeah, but watch this BSC volume. I'm telling you, BSC gonna be a force to be reckoned with in this bull market. It's gonna be a force, man. I think that BSC just let Solana do its thing the whole bear market, and then it's gonna start really moving to the upside. Really moving to the upside. Now when the money starts to come in, now you'll start to see them show up and show out, right? I think that's what's happening. Choking. Let's see, Franco. I'm gonna look at that. Seek. We'll look at Seek. I'll look at Seek here. Big Watch dude is in the building. What's up? Damn, it's after 8 o'clock. I gotta get payroll done. But yeah, definitely, guys. So let's wrap this up real quick. Because I gotta get payroll done. I realized it was 8 already. So big news for today, right? EU markets are looking really good. They closed really strong. United States pre-market's not so hot still, right? But the Asian markets closed well as well, right? So definitely there's some momentum for the American markets to open up pretty damn well, right? Come over here and you look at the altcoin season is really starting to tick up, right? Money's really starting to come into altcoins, right? You could start to see that over here on the total 3, right? Definitely starting to make a positive move to the upside on the total 3. This controls all of your altcoins minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we're definitely starting to move money back into the altcoins, which is absolutely bullish right now for everything. And remember, you cannot have a meme run. You cannot have a meme coin season until you have an altcoin season, right? People got to be able to rotate their profit. So you want this altcoin season to really start to kick up, and it's really starting to gain some momentum, right? So there are definitely some bullish signs there, right? The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index continually starts to go up, right? We're definitely seeing some positive price action and some positive flows coming back into the market, right? So definitely looks like crypto in general is on the uphill side of things, over the weekend and then going into Monday, right? So definitely crypto is looking really solid. But what you gotta watch, what spooked the markets last night was this right here. Was this $300-something thousand Bitcoin short, right? Really spooked the markets. But like I said, I think big money will come in there and go ahead and liquidate that, right? I think they'll liquidate that, and altcoin season, let's go. Yeah, let's go. We need it, Franco. Everybody needs to be millionaires. Everybody will rotate their money into meme coins, right? So definitely starting to see this bullish uptrend right now. And then, we love Pepe, right, guys? We watch Pepe all the time. We look at it. I had a nice push up. Be careful though. starting to get some downward pressure in it, starting to get some selling pressure in it right now. Probably people will start to take profits up here at the 7-1 level, 5071. We'll see. We'll see if this momentum will change. Will turn around here, right? But look for, if it goes down, look for that 6.5. 5065 and in a big move up to the upside. So I think we're good. I think we're good. You know what I mean? I think that you're starting to see a lot of these things that we talked about starting to play themselves out, right? You're starting to see XRP really start to be integrated into a lot of payment systems. You're starting to see it. You're starting to see it be rolled out here in the United States. And the case is over. They're just waiting for the news. They're just playing with you guys because they're not going to say this in a down market like this. But the case is over. That thing is wrapped up. They're just waiting to say it. You're starting to see XRP really start to make these partnerships. The Dubai partnership last weekend was huge. Is still having that momentum to the upside now. But the Cardano news with the United States and it being, basically classified as a learning blockchain and possible government use by the SEC is absolutely huge for Cardano. So watch the Cardano price and watch for any Cardano news that comes out. So that one could be a mover. But look for these ISO coins really starting to take off right now. We're getting to that point in time where ISO is really going to start to take over this space for a little while. So watch for all of these ISO tokens to really start to move. That's what I got my eye on right now. Obviously, we're buying them during the bear market, so we're holding them, right? We're holding them, and we'll see where they go. We'll see where they go. We'll see what they do. Market looks really, really strong right now this morning. When it comes to the bubbles. On the hour, looks absolutely green. On the day, looks absolutely green. You look at BNB right now, is really starting to take most of the volume off the blockchain. So off the blockchain volume. So watch out for that price on BNB to start to continually move to the upside. Broke back up into the $600 mark. Not only broke back up to the $600 mark, but 630 absolutely blew through the $600 mark. A little bit of a downturn on the hour, but taking a crap ton of volume off of the chain. So watch out for that. Watch out for BNB to continue that upward trend. So everything is looking absolutely phenomenal, guys. So, but I'm looking for this, man. I'm looking for this. Damn, tell me. Tell me about it. Yeah, I'm looking for this altcoin season, guys. Really looking forward to it. I think that this altcoin season is really going to, it's going to be big. Like a lot of people are sitting here going, "Oh man, the bull run's over." I've heard that so many times. The bull run's over. This and that. I'm telling you guys, man, the bull run's not over. It's just a matter of this one's going to be a little bit prolonged. And it's going to be a little bit painful to get there, but we're going to get there. Second half of 2025, I think it's going to be a monster year for crypto. Got to just get through the bullshit first, and that's what we're in right now. And it's probably not going to help, like I said, that the United States doing targeted bombs on Yemen, targeted bombing on Yemen. Probably not going to help the situation, but let's hope that that's temporary, maybe a day, maybe two. And then we'll be able to move on from that and let the market do its thing. So, but that's why I do believe that the pre-markets are in red today. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But other than that, we'll be back at you guys on Wednesday. Let's do it again. One of these days, we're just gonna have a straight meme coin stream, and maybe we'll have to do that at night. Guys, gotta let me get my renovations done real quick, and then I'll be able to do the night stream. But maybe we'll just have a straight meme coin stream at nighttime, because during the morning times we just don't get into a lot of meme coins because there's so much other stuff going on. Maybe we'll just have a straight meme coin stream, and we'll go ahead and we'll look at all the meme coins, and we'll go ahead and bring up the legend and beans and bologna and every other meme coin that's out there that we can look at. So with that, guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. You guys have a good one, and we up out of here.